Hi darlings, welcome to today's video. I'm going to show you some longer items, but first I found this, and this is something I will never throw. I've had this since 2012 because I got it at our first trip in Florida. It's not Disney, it's actually Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss was like my favourite books when I was a kid, and it's got a kitty on it. It's got the cat in a hat and it says, "There is no one alive who is youer than you," which is like one of my all-time favourite quotes. I just absolutely loved it. I loved the style that it was in, and it's just a simple little t-shirt, but it's the one from our 2012 trip. I bought a lot of stuff, clothing, and I've just worn it to death. So this I've deliberately kept in like better condition because it's just reminds me of my first time ever in Florida, which was incredibly magic. So these are a couple of Lazy Oaf jumpers, and I don't think they're like particularly rare or sought after, and that's not what I really care about anyway. I just know I will keep these forever because they're like my dream jumpers, honestly. Like the big chunky neck, the colours, how long they are, the knit that they are, just everything about them is like literally my dream jumper. So I really just don't see, like, here's all the colours of this one and then of this one. I take such good care of them because I really want to keep them forever. This is another Lazy Oaf item, and this is a more rare item and a more sought after item. It's just a cropped jumper. So fuzzy, so lovely, and again I try actually not to wear it that often. I know that might be weird to some people, but I don't need to wear it every day to get joy out of it. Like, I get so much joy out of it just being in my wardrobe, which I don't care if you think that's stupid. I love it so much. Look at its sassy little face. I am denied about picking my first ever Wild Fox item that I'd bought for this video, like to include in this video, and I don't feel as attached to it as I once did, but this I 100% will keep forever. This again is like my favourite jumper. Like, if you designed clothes for me, this would be it. It reminds me of like 80s like workout videos. You'd wear this with like cycling shorts and some leg warmers and a headband and pump some weights. And also it's special because my boyfriend bought me it, and yeah, it's not a brand I buy from very much anymore, but I will always keep this. I just love it, and I love the style of it. Look at me in the corner looking like a little potato. Back, yes, you guessed it, this is from a funeral. It's actually Ted Baker, and that was literally just because I could not find anything else I liked for my granddad's funeral, which is the up granddad. When he passed away, I literally couldn't find anything that I thought was going to be right for me, like for the day. You will never, by the way, that's just a tip, go and watch my dealing with death video, but you will never feel like anything you wear is right on the day, because you don't want to get dressed and have to do a funeral for someone you love. That's just a fact. So I really wanted something that I felt comfortable in, that I felt nice in, that was special, and this was this dress, and I still absolutely love it. Like, it's a really lovely, it was quite expensive, and it's really lovely thick embossed like material. It's gorgeous, but yeah, it was from a funeral, but I just know I'll never throw this. This is a dress from Louise Gray and Topshop, and I've been obsessed with this since the day I bought it. This, again, I would pass it down. I've tried to keep it in really good condition, and every time I've posted photos of me in it or videos of me in it, people have asked to buy it off me. So I think it's quite a popular item. But yeah, I just love the oversized like t-shirt dress style that it is. It's a proper dress. Hey, yeah, I love it. So these dresses and the one that I've got in my hand are from my favourite designer. It's hard for me to say now that she's my favourite designer, just because she doesn't do plus sizes and never has. I think the most she's ever gone up to 14, maybe a 16, so I can no longer invest in her stuff, but also her style has changed quite recently. But regardless, I love these and will never ever throw them. So Actually, all three of these I bought secondhand off of eBay because I was obsessed with her stuff and I literally wanted to collect all of her older archived items. I've got the first dress, but I wanted to show that separately, that I ever got of hers. But these were ones that I got secondhand, and I've actually worn these on special occasions as well, so that's why they matter to me so much. But yeah, this one has like old telephones on it, and I love the collars and the sleeves, and they do look a bit grubby, and that is because I haven't cleaned them since I last worn them, because they have to be dry cleaned, and I haven't found a dry cleaner I trust since I've moved house, so they do need a clean. But again, I can't wear them because they're literally size, that one's a size 12, that one's a size 10, that one's a size, oh, that one's actually a size 14, I didn't even know I had a size 14. This one's a size 10, I do have a size 8. So yeah, I basically bought whatever I could find secondhand because I was that in love with her work. But yeah, this one's got scissors and roses, and they fit your body so beautifully. So I really wish, if she bought out stuff like this in plus sizes, she'd have all my money. But this one is really special. This was one that I was absolutely obsessed with. It's got helter skelters on it and little love hearts. It's this like weird creamy ice cream colour with these beautiful ruffled sleeves, and then again it's just like a little skatery type dress. It looks so tiny. I was tiny. I'll insert a picture of me wearing any of these here. Sorry, I don't think I've even mentioned her name. Her name is Coco Fennell or Fennell. I never know how to pronounce her surname. It's spelled F-E-N-N-E-L-L. Fennell, Coco Fennell, but then it sounds like Coco Chanel. I really don't know. But that I am in love with the prints, the styles. They're exactly what I would want from dresses, and I will never throw any of these away. They are my dream dresses. These are another few dresses from Coco, and this one, this is the style of the first one I ever bought, which again I've deliberately saved to show you on its own because I think it's my all-time favourite dress I've ever owned. I'm in love with it so much, and this is the same style but different colourway and different print. But I am so in love with it. The bottom is so ruffly. I'll include pictures here. It's just so flattering, so beautifully made. The pattern, the colours, I am obsessed. And this one is really, really special because back when I was like her uber fan and buying everything she made, she did a competition where you enter photos of you wearing her dresses and then you could win any dress off of her site. So obviously I entered because I had pictures in every single one, and this particular photo of my favourite first dress that I had of hers, which I'll show you later, won the competition, and this is the dress I picked. It's like full length. It's just very different to the other ones I owned, which is why I want it. Buttons up here, and it's got this little collar. It's this really unusual print. It's got a tie waist. I'll include photos of me in that dress here. And yeah, it was just very expensive and I got it completely for free, and it meant so much to me that my favourite designer loved my photos. And then this one I will never ever throw because is this not just so me? Like button down the front and then little kicked out skirt. But this is so special because I wore it in Paris. The first time I ever went to Paris, which was for mine and Ben's 10-year anniversary, I wore this, so I'll include photos here. This is the only shirt I own from that designer, and it's like vintage toy car print. Genuinely, when I first found her stuff, and I can't even remember how I found her stuff, but when I found it, it was literally like she'd taken ideas out of my head for clothes and made them. Like, I just was obsessed. But the colour, this collar, it's like peplum, but very, very like subtly. It's got a slight ballooned sleeve, and oh, I love it so much. Like, I could literally just stare at it all day, and I could get a wallpaper in this. I could have all my clothes in this print, and I'm just in love with it. And this was the second item I bought. So the dress that was my first ever one, like I'm beaming. I got this as a birthday present. I begged everyone I knew to just, the only thing I wanted was to get me this dress. And it still is, it's my favourite dress I've ever owned, will ever own. Maybe my wedding dress might be that, but I don't know. It is actually like circus elephants, which always makes me laugh when I talk to people about the print, because my nan, who's sadly passed away, always, every time I wore this, thought it was chicken print. And I was like, no nan, it's definitely not chickens. But yeah, it's like circus elephants on little balls. But the colourway, the like this bit, oh, just such a dream. The ruched sleeves. I've always loved long sleeve dresses as well, like sleeves on dresses, obsessed. And the bottom is just like the most flirty, let me try and show you, the most flirty, fabulous thing you've ever seen. Do you see that? It's got the yellow line going along the bottom, and it's all like ruffly, and oh, you could bury me in this dress. I mean, now I wouldn't fit, so you'd have to like cut the back out, but still, I'm obsessed with it. And the photos I took in it for my blog are some of my favourite blog photos I've ever taken, and some of my favourite photos of me that I've ever taken, and they won me that competition, so I'll include them here. Don't be shocked at what a babe I am in these photos. I look completely different. I was a skinny little blonde in these photos that you're about to see, but I'm still a babe, okay? Okay? I actually own nearly all of the Disney Lazy Oaf collection that they brought out, the like first load when they did Mickey, Marie and Cinderella and 101 Dalmatians, was that it? I own a lot of the items, and this though is just so special to me, and it's another thing I'm worried about wearing because I want to keep it forever. I will never ever throw this out. It's got Mickey Mouse and it just looks so vintagey, and the sleeves are like college cardigan type sleeves, and on the front there's a little Mickey. I wore it at Disneyland Paris this last time we went for Christmas, and it's also just the warmest, comfiest cardigan I've ever owned. Like, I'm in love. But yeah, look at that. Oh, it's all raised and fuzzy. I will never ever ever throw this out. And the next Disney Lazy Oaf item is the Marie jacket. I don't think I'd ever throw out the Cinderella dress or the Cinderella hoodie either, but these two are my real like standout pieces from those collections. So this has got Marie on it. It's like so lovely and padded and pink, like silk quilt on the inside. The sleeves have this amazing pink like ribbon detailing. Again, this is as if someone's gone inside my mind and designed my favourite items, because Marie is one of my all-time favourite Disney characters. The colours, just the way it's done, I'm in love. And I wore it to meet Marie, which was the first time I've ever met Marie, and so yeah, just, I will never ever, you couldn't prize this out of my dead cold hands. This dress I will never throw away because it was the dress I wore as my best friend's bridesmaid. Which will forever be so special to me, and I have like mixed emotions about the day because I was so unbelievably, oh, my straps come undone, oh my god, it's got so bright I'm disappearing into my white wardrobe. Sun, go away. It's going away a bit. Yeah, I was so unbelievably happy and proud that day, and oh my god, look at this light. I'm gonna have to just keep going because I'm literally running out of time, so I'm really sorry if this is too bright for you. But I have known Robin, my best friend, since we were 4, and then she's been with Andrew like literally only a few months less than I've been with Ben, so I've grown up with him as well. And seeing them get married and like realising we're all adults and like I was a bridesmaid, and it was just unbelievably emotional. I cried a million times throughout the day. She was the most beautiful bride I've ever seen in my life, and yeah, I will never throw this because of those reasons. Like, it just reminds me of that. This skirt I will never throw away because it's Ted Baker, it's tulle, It's got little like diamonds on it. They're not real diamonds obviously, but like little diamonds all over it. And it was expensive and it was really special to me. I got it as a present from my parents for my birthday. I was really unwell when they got me it, and I just stopped working for Disney. It is like one of the nicest things I own. The amount of, like, I can't show you how like thick the tool is. There's just layer after layer after layer. And again, I wore it in Paris for our 10-year anniversary, and I think I wore this on the night of our actual anniversary. So I'll put pictures in here. This is a dress that I will never ever throw because it was my nan's. She gave this to me years ago, and it was actually the dress that she wore to her son's wedding. So my auntie and uncle's wedding, she wore it, and I just thought that was incredibly special. So there's pictures of her wearing it at their wedding, and now I have pictures of me wearing it, and I wore it so much when she first gave me it. She didn't think I would, she just thought I liked it because it was pink and I'd just keep it, which obviously I would, but I actually loved it to wear and I wore it loads. So yeah, I still love the design, and listen, my family got good taste, okay? The bottom is pleated, these shoulders, yes. If you have any like tips on how to like keep stuff that's being stored for a long time fresh and like not damaged, like what's the best way to do that? Do people like vacuum pack stuff to keep it safe? Is that safer than just hanging? Because I keep a lot of this stuff hanging in a wardrobe, but because it's constantly in the wardrobe, I worry that it's going to go like stale. So yeah, please let me know what I should do to do that if you've got any tips. This cardigan that's looking a bit worse for wear, I will never throw. It was my granddad's, and yeah, when he passed away back in 2011, my nan said to us all, like, come round, and if there's anything you'd really want that like reminds you of him, then I want you to have it, which was amazing of her. And I picked this cardigan because I wanted something that I would actually wear, and I wore this all the time, all the time. I went back to uni with it, and it was my last year of university, and I was really struggling with that because in my last year of university, I ended up like moving out, leaving the house, leaving my housemates. I'd lost my cousin and then my granddad, and I was just really struggling. And when I was going back and having to commute on like literally like 4 AM trains to get to uni on time, I would snuggle up in this on the train journey, and it just made me comforted. So yeah, I will never ever throw this. Similarly, this is my other granddad's shirt, and it's one of his like fancier shirts that my mum and dad actually got him as a gift, and he wore out to dinner with us. And yeah, again, when he passed away, my nan was like, come round, pick something, and so I picked this because again, I wear it. So yeah, I know it might be weird, I know I keep saying this, and I actually, like, I don't care, because clearly I don't care because I'm doing it, but I don't know if people will find it really weird that I have like a lot of dead people's clothes in my wardrobe, or funeral clothes or whatever, but I've just experienced a lot of loss and a lot of death, and yeah, this is a way that I get comfort and feel close to them, and so I'm gonna do what I need to do, and keeping these items of clothing means a lot to me. This bag, this bag is going nowhere, and I know you all know my problems with the brand, which is a Regular Choice, from my Regular Choice haul video. And it got even worse, let me tell you. It's ended with me not being happy at all with the outcome, and then basically just being like, go away now, we don't want to deal with you. All they offered me, if anyone's interested, if you did watch that video, was 10% off of the mouldy, damaged boots. They've been rude, and it's just awful, so I won't buy from them again. But I just detach from the fact that this is them and call this a Disney bag because it is Sesame Street. And the reason this is so special, number one, because it's amazing, like it's so amazing, but also it was a real big surprise on Christmas just gone. I had no idea anyone was getting me this. When you get to my age, a lot of the presents you know, I had no idea. So when I opened it up, I literally screamed and I couldn't believe it, and I'm so in love with it. And also the reasons my parents got me it. So they got me this because in school I had a backpack. There was a giant animal. This is Animal, if you didn't know the character, the big fluffy pink guy. There was Animal's face, like it was like a plushie of his face. It was bigger than my back, and I absolutely adored it. And I actually had a different one as well. I had a Krusty the Clown head. And I said to my mum, why did you ever throw them away? Like, what happened to them on Christmas when I opened this? And she was like, you just wore them to absolute death. Like, his fur was all matted and gross. Like, you were a kid in primary school, let's remember. Like, you wore that bag to death. It got ruined. There was no way you could keep it. It was gross. She was like, but when I saw this, she was just like, I had to. Because it was like, it just reminded me straight away of when you were younger and that bag. So that is so sweet. And this is like, to me, this is both bags in one. Like, it's this new amazing bag, but it's also that bag I had when I was a kid that I wore to death. So that was everything. I do actually have a couple more items, you might not believe, because this has probably been like an hour long, but they're up in the loft in storage, and it's like 1,000,000 degrees up there because it's so hot, like this, just recently, just constantly hot. So I just had to get what I could get, and there was a couple of items, like my nan's made me jumpers and I'll keep them forever, and there's a couple more pairs of shoes and bags that are like hidden elsewhere. But yeah, these are the main like instant things that came to mind that I'll never throw away. I hope you enjoyed this video. So many of you are always asking me to do like a whole wardrobe tour or a whole Lazy Oaf tour. Honestly, those videos would be hours long. Like, if that's what you want to see, I will eventually get around to it. But it would literally take me weeks, because I could, like, this has physically killed me, getting all these clothes out and showing you, because of my body and my illness. So I don't know what I'd do with a whole wardrobe tour. But yeah, I will eventually do it. Just, I need to take my, it's gonna, do you know how long it's gonna take? This might seem like a lot. You're probably thinking, well, that's probably your whole wardrobe that you're gonna keep forever. Oh, it's not. I literally have 4 double wardrobes filled with clothes, and then about 10 big plastic boxes of clothes up in the loft. Yeah. I've actually had to swap cameras to do my outro because I've literally used up all the memory and all the battery in the world. That's how long this video, I don't know how long this is going to take me to edit. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. I upload 3 new videos every single week on Tuesdays, Fridays and Sundays. And yeah, I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.